Let me take a moment to clear up a headline that's been making the rounds. It goes something like this: Israel hacked the nation of Iran's Bitcoin. If you stop right there, you might reasonably think, see, Bitcoin is not safe, it's not secure. I read about all these hacks of Bitcoin all the time. Let me clear this up. If a nation state can hack it, how can we recommend it to our clients? It's easy because the headline's wrong. It's misleading and dangerously so, in my opinion, especially for financial advisors who want to help their clients understand this new digital asset class called Bitcoin. So, I'm going to explain what actually happened and why it matters for how we advise clients. Now, here's what really went down. There's a sophisticated Israeli aligned cyber group of hackers called Predatory Sparrow, whoever they are, but it's an Israeli sponsored initiative. What they did was, this was, you may recall, the US bombed Iran. This was before that. Prior to that, Israel was bombing and attacking Iran. So this hacker group from Israel launched an attack on Iran's financial infrastructure. This was before the U.S. bombed Iran. What they did was they targeted, as far as I read the story, there were two infrastructures that they went after. These are financial infrastructures. They targeted a big Iranian bank, a state-run institution that was linked to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, as well as an entity called Nobatex. Now, Nobatex is Iran's largest crypto exchange. Israel did not hack Bitcoin. They hacked the exchange. So Israel hacked the bank, they hacked the exchange, because those institutions were holding both funds and Bitcoin. They were holding it on behalf of the Iranian government. Now, what happened was the attackers were not actually able to receive the Bitcoin. What they did was they sent it off to a different wallet, a different hypothetical address. In essence, just put it somewhere and rendered it unavailable. So they weren't able to hack into the Bitcoin. They were never even able to touch the Bitcoin. They just sent it off somewhere and, in essence, made the password invisible. This was roughly $90 million worth of digital assets, Bitcoin, and they rendered this Bitcoin unusable by Iran. Now, that is not a failure of Bitcoin. Bitcoin held up. It's a failure of custodianship. So let me say that again. The problem was not the asset Bitcoin. The problem was how it was stored. If you've served high net worth clients for any length of time, you know that counterparty risk is real. We do everything that we can to avoid it when we're doing estate planning, insurance, legal document, cash flow, even banking relationships. I remember talking to clients when I first got them. I asked them, why are you in 10 banks? And they said, because of the FDIC limit, I want to be in different banks. This is what they consider to be counterparty risk. They didn't want to be in one institution. But back to this issue, many financial advisors are missing the exact risk in the entire Bitcoin conversation. They treat Bitcoin just like it's a volatile position that's there to just juice the returns, and they stop there. That's not enough. The single most important distinction for clients to understand isn't the price or the allocation with Bitcoin, it's the custody. So when Bitcoin is held in self-custody, it's in an online device that the client holds, or it's with some multi-signature protocol that you help them set up as a financial advisor. It's virtually immune to hacking. No one can remotely seize it. They can't burn it. They can't disappear it like the Israelis did to the Iranians. But when you leave it on an exchange or with some custodian, you're asking for trouble when it comes to Bitcoin. Iran did not lose Bitcoin. Iran trusted third parties to hold their Bitcoin. There's the lesson. And it's unfortunately not a new lesson in Bitcoin. These names may be unfamiliar to you, but if you've been following Bitcoin for 16 years or so, you've heard of the Mt. Gox exchange, Bitfinex, FTX, more recently, CoinCheck. In every case, the failure wasn't Bitcoin. It was the institution. It was this counterparty risk. It was misplaced trust in who holds the Bitcoin. So as financial advisors, our job is to protect clients from risk. So let's not make the mistake of treating Bitcoin like it's just some other asset allocation box to check. If you're going to talk to clients about Bitcoin, talk to them about custody. Talk to them about the difference between an exchange and actually holding it themselves in a cold wallet. This is what financial advisors are best at. Help them actually own it directly. And if you want to be a part of a community of financial advisors who are raising the bar on how we serve clients in this digital asset space, we primarily focus on overall financial strategy and how disconnected the industry is with what clients really want. But in the last year, it's occurred to me that financial advisors really don't understand this new digital asset space, particularly Bitcoin. So I want you to join us inside the Mark of Mastery. It's a totally free community. It's built for professional financial advisors who want to deliver the kind of service that clients are actually hoping for. Right now, more than half of all clients say that they would fire their current advisor if they could find a better one. Over 80% of affluent clients confirm that they've never received anything that sounds like a comprehensive written lifetime financial strategy. They're not getting anything like that currently. They're getting something, just not what they want, just not what they need. We fix that in themarkofmastery.com. We also align your work precisely with how ideal clients prefer things. These are the two big disconnects that multimillionaires consistently complain about with their current financial advisors. So it starts with getting real about what clients actually want and helping them avoid these kinds of custody mistakes that even complacent nation states consistently make. So let's raise the standard together.